What's up, YouTube? We're here today for week 1 of the UBA season 3. We've got Queen City Nidoqueens and yours truly, Coach Hobbs, facing off against the Sacramento Sandshrews in J-Law. So, looking at the matchup, the one thing I noticed that was going to be a big threat was that Mega Mawile, because I started looking and I realized I really don't have any big answers to it. So I had to come up with some fancy things and whatnot to try to figure it out. So I'll show you the team we got here. So we're gonna have Conqueror. It's gonna have Mach Punch, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Power Up Punch. It's gonna be rocking the Life Orb with the Iron Fist ability, so that way it gets a little extra boost from the attack. This potentially, hopefully, is going to sweep through the team if everything gets going properly. The goal is to start off with Bob Ross here, the Smeargle, and it's Focus Sash like they mostly are run. And we're going to try to set up Trick Room and possibly do some other stuff here. I could Spore. If we get a Spore off first turn, great. If not, it's no big deal. But the main thing is get the Trick Room up. Most likely I'll get knocked down to Sash. And then once I'm at Sash, you Memento. That way I can go into Conqueror and try to start setting up and sweeping there with the anti-boost from the Memento. But to help support that, we've got Reuniclus, which can come in and set up the Trick Room again. It can Pain Split to heal itself and also do damage to the other Mon. Focus Blast to hopefully take care of the Umbreon if that comes in, or some of the other ones. We got Araquanid, which will hit really, really hard as long as it's alive. Marowak to help kind of take care of some of the other Mons we got there. And then Scizor. Scizor is potentially a backup sweeper as well. So if one of these faint or whatnot, Scizor can hopefully come in and try to clean up. One change on this team, though, because he did trade off one of his Mons, is Azelf is now replaced with Espeon. He confirmed that it was coming this week. I wasn't too concerned if it came or not. Like, it can hit hard, but I feel like as long as I get enough boosts up on Conqueror, I'm pretty sure a Mach Punch can knock it out, because Espeon typically tends to be relatively frail. Alright, so we're going to get this battle going here, and I will be back up and ready once we've got it going then. Okay, welcome back everybody. We're here in sunny Sacramento, California. We're getting ready to take on the Sandshrews. We're going to go ahead and accept the request. Let's see what he brought. Alright, so he did bring the Mawile, which we expected. I figured Suicune might come just because it's bulky. Arcanine does hit a lot of my things hard. Greninja I expected, but I wasn't worrying too much about it. The Hoopa. The Hoopa is going to hit hard, so I need to take that out ASAP. So we're going to stick with the plan. He might lead off with Garchomp for his rocks. If that's the case, we're going to Magic Bounce him back onto his side, so we're going to lead off with Bob Ross. But yeah, so this was pretty much the team I was expecting to see, because most of his other stuff, well, he didn't bring the Espeon, which he said he was going to, but it's no big deal. I mean, in all honesty, I don't think Espeon really matches up well against my team. So, alright, he's going to send a link to our chat group here for the UBA. So if they want to jump in, they can. But yeah, that's the only other lead I could see him going off with is Greninja to maybe U-turn. But I'm assuming the Garchomp is going to be the rocker, though. Alright, so he leads off with Greninja. So what we're going to do, because I don't think this is going to be hazards, right? Let's just go for a Spore here. We got to hope that he doesn't get a flinch with Dark Pulse if he is going to Dark Pulse. Alright, so he goes for a Dark Pulse right off the rip. Oh, it doesn't even do that much. Nice. So we get the spore with minimal damage. So we're gonna go ahead and set up a Trick Room here, as he's gonna go into that. So, let's see. I think the best play, I think we might as well just go for it here now. And where do I save this? So we're gonna go into Reuniclus, because I feel like no, we're just gonna Memento. We're gonna play it safe. So we're gonna drop his attack and special attack, because I don't know if he's special or not. We're gonna go right into Conkeldurr though. And we're gonna go for Power Up Punch here. He might go Garchomp. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and go Garchomp, which that does a lot there. But I think this next Drain Punch will kill him, or will knock it out. So we're gonna go ahead and drop a Drain Punch on him. Alright. Conkeldurr picks up a punch, we heal a little bit, we're gonna take some more damage from the Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin, and also the Life Orb. But we haven't lost any attack boosts or anything like that. Arcanine's gonna come in. We're gonna just Drain Punch again here, trying to gain some life back. A safe play for him might be to switch back out, or switch into Suicune, because it should be able to take a hit, and then he can switch back in later and save that Intimidate. But he stays in, he takes half the HP there in damage. Flare Bits does not knock me out, but Trick Room is going to be up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch into Reuniclus, we're going to hit the eject button, and we're going to go into Araquanid. So that way we get a safe switch into Araquanid there. Because Reuniclus can take the hit, but its Regenerator is going to help heal it back up. So we should gain almost all of our health back from just that. We're going to go into Araquanid here. I'm just going to set up a sub, because I feel like he should try to switch out here. Unless, oh, he could have Wild Charge. And if he does, that could be a problem. So he's thinking, he goes for Crunch, really? He must not have the Wild Charge then. That's going to allow us... Crunch only did 20. We're going to go for a Liquidation here, I believe. Because this Crunch shouldn't knock out my sub, which means we're going to get a hit on this and a hit on the next thing that wants to come in. But he could go Hoopa, which has Hyperspace Fury, which I believe goes through sub. I haven't seen it in a while. So I'm not 100% certain if it did or not. Alright, so he's going to go Suicune. The whole reason I brought Toxic was for Suicune here. So we're going to go ahead and throw Toxic out just to get some continual damage on this going. And we're going to set up another sub here because Scald won't be able to break the substances. Oh, he goes for Toxic as well. Alright, so we're both Toxic. And I think the play here is we're just going to Leech Life first. So we're going to be revealing our full set to him here. And he's going to go for the Calm Mind. That's not too big of a problem unless he's Rest. Which we should find out here. We're going to go ahead and switch into Reuniclus. We're going to get rid of our sub. He's going to Calm Mind again. Okay, so he's Iapa Berry. We're going to Trick Room here. Because I don't think a Scald will knock us out. Yeah, it's going to take us down to half. He's going to get the burn. That's alright. And now, does he have the rest is the real question. Let's just go for the Psyshock here. Alright, so he switches into the Greninja. And we're going to go for a Focus Blast here and try to knock this out. And we missed the first one. He's still asleep. We're going to take some burn damage. we're gonna Focus Blast again here. We missed the second one. He wakes up, and he's gonna Dark Pulse us. Perfect. Awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Conkeldurr, and we're gonna throw off a Drain Punch here and try to get some health back here. Nothing on his team really takes a Drain Punch that well. Yeah, that's gonna knock it out. That's gonna give us about half of our life back. Let's see. So we're sitting in a decent spot here because I think Scizor should be able to potentially clean up here in the end. So Conkeldurr picks up his... what is that, second or third? That was the second, right? Yeah. No, third. That was his third, I believe. So he's got a tough choice to make. As long as... the one thing we gotta watch out is if Mawile has Fire Fang, that's gonna be a big counter to our Scizor. But other than that, I'm pretty sure if we get some Swords Dance up with the Scizor, we should be sitting in a really good spot. So he's gonna go Hoopa. I think at this point we just try to get some chip damage, so I'm gonna go for a Mach Punch and just try to get some damage off on him. Yeah, that's some big damage. Let's see what he goes for. Hyperspace Fury, that's gonna knock us out. It's gonna drop his defense. And I think we go into Scizor here and we Swords Dance. Oh, wow! That must be banded. I think we just lost now if that is, in fact, banded. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game for us. Alright. I mean, we really got nothing we can do here. We'll just Flare Blitz. Alright, so we're gonna take a loss, unfortunately, for the first week here. I feel like we prepped pretty well for this team, and Hoopa was one of the things I was worried about. And I think, I don't know, there's some plays that we could have had there. Obviously, there was some minor hacks, but that wasn't necessarily game-changing. That would have taken out the Greninja earlier, and it would have kept Reuniclus alive. But, I don't know, that's part of the game. So, I guess we'll head back to Cincinnati and prep up for next week for when we take on the St. Lucia Luxrays. So, until then, you guys have a good one.